morning, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. Pardon me. The purpose for the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me today, I assume you're innocent of that charge. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the state attorney's office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release this morning. That is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be, and if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this morning. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you have not had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. You all solemnly swear, affirm, tell truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Marjorie Devlin. Good morning, ma'am. What's your date of birth?
3/10/87.
Marjorie, the charge this morning is battery. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
Appoint the PD. And it looks like you've got an open battery already. Okay.
Yes, sir. We're asking for an RCO on 18mm 3696.
Right. Okay. Marjorie, here's what we're going to do on this case. I'll set your bond at $1,000. Condition of this bond is that you have no contact with Mr. Casanova. In your case, that means you're not going to call him or write him from the jail. And then in your other case, which is 18mm 3696, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release in that case. Job number one when you're out on bond is don't pick up a new criminal charge. Looks like you did. So pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release in that case. So you'll be held without bond until the 12th of December. That's when both of these cases will be back. Also, we'll adjust the contact order in your other case so that you're not going to be calling or writing Ms. Stewart from the jail. Any call or write to either of those folks could wind up in additional charges and additional time in the county jail. The public defender will come see you before the 12th to help you work out both of these cases, all right? Thank you. 12. Celia Franco. Well, Ms. Franco, what's your date of birth?
6/5/82.
Ms. Franco, I have a warrant for you apparently out of the state of New York. Your options this morning are this. If you wish, you're entitled to have an extradition hearing. The point of the extradition hearing would be to determine if you're the right person and if the state of New York has a valid warrant for your arrest. Once we've determined that, then the state of New York would have 15 days to come get you. That process of arranging and having that hearing can take in the neighborhood of 60 days. While you're waiting for that hearing, you'll stay right where you are in the Hernando County Jail. If you wish, you can waive your right to that hearing this morning. If you waive your right this morning, the state of New York will be notified today and told that they have 15 days to come and get you. If they don't come pick you up or make arrangements to pick you up within those 15 days, you could be released. So what I need to hear from you this morning is, would you like to have an extradition hearing? Would you like to waive that right and put New York on the clock right now?
Waive that right.
Very good. They'll give you a form to sign. Very good. The state of New York will be notified immediately. They have 15 days to come get you. If you're still here in 15 days, they're going to bring you back to see me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Jeremiah James. Want to, sir, what's your date of birth?
7/13/98.
Charges no valid driver's license. State, is this something you can resolve this morning?
Judge, do you have a driving record? I have
There's
to prior
nothing on it.
arrest.
There's nothing.
Time served.
All right. Jeremiah, you want to take time served, be done with this right now?
No.
What would happen, Jeremiah, is I'd have you plead no contest. Frankly, I would withhold adjudication, sentence you to the 1 day that you were in jail. There's a fine and court cost of $488, but you'd be on your own to get on a payment plan for that. You'd be out of jail today and not have to come back to court.
Yes.
Very good. You understand, by entering a plea, Jeremiah, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to have to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer represent you. But you want to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes, sir.
Very good. As to the allegation that you were driving without a valid license, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest. Means you're not fighting the charge.
Sir.
Okay. I'll accept the plea. Fine is freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication, sentence you to 1 day in the county jail, credit 1 day served. Fine and court cost is $488, $50 for the day in jail, but that takes care of it, Jeremiah. If there's nothing else keeping you in the jail, you'll be released today. You can stop by the clerk's office in the courthouse in Brooksville if you want to get on a payment plan, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good luck. Tommy Giraz. Want to serve date of birth?
6/13/85.
I have two issues this morning. I have a warrant signed by Judge Toner. He found probable cause for a violation of probation. We have a new count of resisting without violence. There's probable cause then for both of those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. On the resisting, I'll set the bond at $1,000. Appointed the public defender. That one's coming back on the 14th of December. The bond on the VOP warrant, of course, is no bond. I can't change that. I will change the date on that case to the 7th of December. They might have told you the 11th. The right date is the 7th. And the public defender's office will send someone to see you about both of your cases before you go to court, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Joshua Lott.
And Judge, Mr. Lott has some open felonies in Vasco that he bonded on, but he does have 18 days on this.
Judge, I cannot make an offer.
It's a
with Mr.
domestic
Messer.
case. Yeah.
I understand, I'm just letting the court know.
Okay. All right, Joshua, this is a warrant, looks like actually signed by Judge Neal. He found probable cause for a battery being domestic in nature. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire private counsel, would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
Appoint the PD, state what you tell me.
Yes, sir. Judge, in the history going back a number of years, I'm going to hit the highlights, however, he had a most recent probation violation out of Hernando. It looks like a possible 2016 either a domestic battery or other charge. He has a prior escape charge at a 2010 Hernando conviction. Is a robbery with a firearm conviction out of Hernando County in 2010. He has another battery arrest and charge Hernando 2009, failure to appear Hernando 2009. I know that sometimes you don't consider the juvenile history, but there is juvenile history, and as part of that, Judge, several batteries as well as assaults. So it does have a violent history, and it goes back even to when he was a juvenile.
Okay. And Joshua, I have an address for you on Kenny Court in Land Lakes. Is that where you live?
No.
Where do you live now?
4486 Orlando Avenue,
In what city?
Orlando County.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
Landscape.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. Condition of the bond is that you have no contact with Juliana Hartman. No contact means no contact of any kind. You don't call, you don't write, you don't email, you don't text message. You don't contact her through any social media. You don't have a third person contact her. Don't go where she lives. Don't go where she works. Don't have any contact of any kind. Any way that you might imagine contacting her, I forbid you to do that. If you have contact and we find out about it, your bond will be revoked and you'll be held without bond until the charges are resolved. It means no contact even if she wants to contact, so if you answer your phone and hear her voice, you should hang up. If you're out and about and see her, you should turn around and run the other way. You need to understand that she cannot drop the charges against you. That's not a decision she gets to make. She might go to the state attorney's office and ask them to drop the charges. That decision belongs solely to the assistant state attorney who will be handling your case. Unless that person or the judge on your case tells you the charges are dropped, you should assume they're not dropped and you should not have contact. I'm going to have you back in court on December 14th. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Dustin Watson.
Judge of State's made an offer of 60 days on him. He
Sir.
has that much time in Vasco.
So 60 days is a time served offer.
Yes.
Dustin, you want to take time served on this?
And there's no restitution.
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand by entering a plea, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent. But you want to give up those rights so we can resolve this today?
Yes, sir.
Case number 18MM2507 as to the charge of petty theft. How do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
No
I'll
contest.
accept that plea, find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 60 days in the county jail, credit 60 days served. Fine and court costs is $670, $100 for the public defender's office. There is no restitution. I won't order a coin because you did it out of county. That takes care of it, Dustin. If there's nothing else keeping you in the jail, you will be released today, all right?
Sir, thank you.
You bet. Darrington Rogers. Want to start with your date of birth?
10/21/1966.
All right, Darrington, you're here on a writ of bodily attachment. That means that a child support hearing officer and a circuit judge determined that you owe some child support. They set a cash purge of $2,160. Do you have that money, Darrington?
No, sir.
All right, are you working these days?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a machine operator at Shasta Beverage Company in Dade County, Florida.
Okay. You have an hourly rate?
Yes, sir.
What's that?
$14 an hour.
Okay. How long you been doing that?
For 6 years.
Okay. All right. Well, Darrington, is there some amount of money that you could come up with today if it meant getting out of jail?
Yes, I wanted to see can I pay $500 a day and keep paying $500 for the next 4 months
Okay.
to try to rectify the situation.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. All right, so Darrington, I'll find you're in contempt for not paying your child support. Sanction for that contempt is 10 days in the county jail or until you pay the $500. So you pay the $500, you get out of jail. As far as continuing to make your payments, what you got to do when you get out is get to the Child Support Enforcement Office and go talk to them about getting your arrearage paid up. But make sure you do that because if you don't go get it worked out, and this is on you, this process will start over again and you wind up getting arrested again, all right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you.
All right.
Anything else, Joe?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you.